WTCI Channel 2 welcomes you to our coverage of Friday Night Lights. We are in Spearman, Texas for the contest between the West Texas Comanches and the Spearman Lynx. The Lynx come into this contest with a 2-2 record. The Comanches are 3-1 to start the game. Spearman will kick off to West Texas. Number 12, Reese Shields, will be kicking off for Spearman. Heavy wind tonight that both teams are going to be dealing with. Referees have blown the whistle, ready for play. Spearman will adjust. Kicker will mark off his steps. Not marking off too far. He's probably going to kick this one high and short. And done. Picked up about the 25. Up to the 35. And going to be brought down near there at about the 36-yard line. That's where West Texas will have it, 1st and 10. Starting on defense for the Lynx, number 2, Reed Harrell. Number 3, Eric Corral. Number 4, David Jackson. We'll get to the rest of the starters. At the line, shotgun formation, a back to each side, 2 splits to the wide side, 1 to the boundary side. Handoff to the wide side. He's up to the 45 and past the 50. Ball fumbled but out of bounds, and West Texas will have a first down in Lynx territory. Our other starters for the Lynx, number 11, Renee Soto. Number 12, Reese Shields. Back at the line again quickly. 2 split to each side. Handoff right up the middle. Cuts to the right. Drags several tacklers up near the 41-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and about 3 yards to go as he gets about 7 yards on that first carry. So West Texas already on the move in their first drive. Same formation, hurry-up offense. Left tackle moved early. That's going to move them back 5, and it's going to make it 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Also starting for the Lynx, number 20, Mylan Salinas. Number 44, Ezequiel Munoz. Number 52, Ernesto Segala. Number 64, Alex Rosales. Number 60, Oscar Barraras. Back at the line. Empty backfield, 3 split to the wide side, looks that way, throws short to the back out there. He had it in his hand, bobbled it, and dropped it. Ezequiel Munoz was there for the tackle if he did catch the ball. So it's going to make it 3rd and 8 yards to go for the Comanches. Also on the defensive side, number 72, Efren Perez, and number 75, Dalton Shields. And the left tackle moved again. That's his 2nd false start penalty. And that's going to make it 3rd and long for the Comanches as they'll mark off another 5 yards to make it 3rd down and 13. The Comanches moving the ball well until penalties slowed them down. Clock running. Just over 11 minutes to play, first quarter. Drops back to pass. He'll scramble out to his left. Avoids the first tackler. And he's going to be brought down well short of the first down. Number 44, Ezequiel Munoz over there on the tackle. Several other Lynx as well. So 4th down and 9 from the 46-yard line. And it looks like West Texas is going to line up to go for it. And they're going to get an offsides penalty. He's going to throw it. That's a free play. Throws it down the sideline. It's intercepted. But that's going to be negated as West Texas is going to get another opportunity. Plus, they're going to be 5 yards closer because that was an offsides penalty on the Lynx. So ball will be at the 41-yard line. 4th down, long 3, maybe 4 to go. They'll go trips to the right. Well, one of the receivers moves into the backfield. Backfield overloaded to the right, man in motion. They'll hand it off to him on a jet sweep to that side. And the Lynx defense is there to shut it down. And they're going to turn it over on downs. Tackle made there by Mylan Salinas, but it was a total team effort by the defense that strung that play out and allowed them to stop that play for a loss. So 1st and 10 for the Lynx. They'll take possession with 10:09 to play in the first quarter, their first offensive possession. Number 12, quarterback Reese Shields, getting the play from head coach Aaron Witten. Starters for the offense, number 2, Reed Harold is the running back, also a wide receiver. They'll line up 2 backs in the backfield to the right of the quarterback. 2 splits to the right. There's the snap to the running back, David Jackson, and gains about 2 yards on the play, just a direct snap play to him. Also starting on offense, number 20, Mylan Salinas. Number 44, Ezekiel Munoz. Number 52, Ernesto Segala. Number 60, Oscar Bajaras. Number 66, Rodrigo Ponce. Number 68, Slade Knowlton. And direct snap to the running back to the right again. And he's not going to get much as he's going to be brought down at about the 44-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down at about 7 yards to go for the Lynx. Really a pretty old school looking play, as both of those plays kind of look like the old single wing offense that you would have seen back in maybe the 20s or 30s, where they'll get the ball to the running back with everybody kind of running in front of him with extra blockers. Other starters for the offense, number 75, Dalton Shields, and number 88, Ethan Webb. There's a snap, handoff up the middle. He's past midfield. It's going to be enough for a first down. That's Reed Harold on the carry as he moves the ball into West Texas territory. Ball at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lynx. 8.5 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Still no score. There's a snap. They'll run to the right behind all his blockers and gets up right to the 40-yard line. Once again, that was David Jackson on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Soto will bring the play in for the Lynx. Back at the line, same overload formation. They'll move. Even the offensive line, they'll overload the line to the left this time. That's where they'll go. Right up the middle, breaks through. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, and finally pushed out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. David Jackson on the carry, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lynx in the red zone. $27-yard gain on that play. That's where the 2 big plays for the Lynx have come, is when they've ran right through that 0 hole behind the center. They'll overload to the right this time. Quarterback keeper fakes the handoff, runs up the middle, and he's going to be stopped just shy of the 10-yard line at the 11. So yard and a half, maybe 2-yard gain on the play. So second down and 8 yards to go. It was quarterback Reese Shields on the carry that time. So again, overload to the right. Running back will keep it, cuts inside the block. He's near the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown. David Jackson runs it in from 11 yards out, and the Lynx are on the board. Lynx will line up for a 2-point conversion. Man in motion across the formation. Handoff to the running back. He's in for the 2-point conversion. That's David Jackson. So with 6:45 still left to play in the first quarter, it's Spearman 8, West Texas 0. Spearman lines up for the kickoff. Once again, kicking off, Reese Shields. Comanches set to return. Spearman adjusts. And there's the high kick. It'll be bound all the way down inside the 15-yard line, up to the 25, the 30, up past, just past the 40-yard line is where he'll be knocked out of bounds. Shields, as well as Corral on the tackle. Actually, that was number 44, Ezekiel Munoz on the tackle. So 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line for the Comanches. They'll line up with trips to the wide side of the formation, one receiver to the boundary side. Hand off to the running back right up the middle. He's going to be stopped after a short gain up to the 45-yard line. No gain of 2 yards, so that'll be second down and 8 yards to go as the middle of the defensive line for the Lynx there to shut that down. There's a snap, quick throw outside, and great job there by Shields as he got an ankle tackle there as they tried that quick screen pass outside. Maybe a yard gain on the play. It looks like it's going to be third down, about 6 yards to go on the play, as the ball has marked at the 46-yard line. Just under 6 minutes still to play, first quarter. And we've got another flag on the field, and it's going to be offensive false start. So 3rd and 11 for the Comanches. That's their third false start penalty of the game so far. There's a snap. Quarterback drops back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Avoids the first tackler. Rolls out to his left. Lets it go deep. Well covered, though. Almost intercepted, but dropped by Renee Soto. So that'll make it fourth down. Of course, that drop may not be too bad, depending on how well the Lynx defense does here. That would have almost been like a punt for the Comanches. So 5.5 minutes still left to play first quarter. Lynx lead the Comanches 8-0. High snap, quarterback's going to punt that. Ball hits at about the 30-yard line. In fact, it'll be marked dead right there. So with 5:27 left in the first quarter, It's Spearman 8, West Texas 0. So Lynx at the line, man in motion. They'll hand it off to him, go to the wide side of the field. He's going to be stopped after just a short game. That was David Jackson on the carry. Gain of about 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Lynx haven't had very many big gains on 1st down, and especially as they've run wide, Comanches have been able to stretch those plays out and stop them on short gains. But when they've ran up the middle, that's where their big yards have come. Of course, those short gains when you're running outside kind of set up the defense for those big gainers up the middle too. This time they'll line up with 3 stacked to the right of the formation. Fumbled ball, throws it outside. Ball is bobbled. That was backwards pass, so that's going to be a loss on the play. Off the hands of Reed Harrell. Ball marked all the way back at the 25-yard line. So that's going to be 3rd down and 15 yards to go. May have been looking for a double pass there. Tight trips formation to the right. Handoff back the other way. Cuts away from one defender, still on his feet at the 40. Up near the 45-yard line and gets the 1st down. Mylan Salinas on the carry. Little bit of a misdirection as they get everybody flowing to the right except Salinas going back to the left. And he did a great job avoiding a couple of Comanche tacklers and was able to convert on 3rd and 15. Lynx back at the line. Man in motion. Fakes a handoff. Shovel pass is 8 up quickly. Reed Harold on the carry. Or on the catch, actually. And we have a hurt player on the field. Looks like that's Ezekiel Munoz. So we'll take a break with 3:46 left in the 1st quarter. It's Spearman 8, West Texas 0. So Munoz is able to walk off the field on his own power. That's always good to see. Hopefully he'll be able to return to the game. Back on the field. Same tight formation. They'll adjust to the left. Overload that way. Direct snap to the running back. And he's up near the midfield stripe. That was Eric Corral on that carry. And looks like they'll mark him at the 49-yard line, so that'll make it 3rd and about 5 yards to go, maybe 6. Lynx have done a great job converting some 3rd downs. Converted a couple on their scoring drive. Converted one from 3rd and 15 earlier in this drive. Quarterback drops back to pass. Flag on the field, lets it go, almost intercepted. We'll have to see what the flag was. It looked like it was in the area of holding, but we'll see what the call is. Yes, it is holding. Started to mark it off, but we'll check with the coaches, and yes, they do want them to go ahead and mark it off. That'll make it stay 3rd down. That would have been 4th and about 5 yards to go, but the Lynx may have gone for it there from the midfield stripe, so they'll back them up inside their own 40-yard line. So at the line, overload to the right, handoff back to the left, and he's going to be hit after just about a 2-yard gain. Reed Harrell on the carry, but that play was read well as they kind of tried that misdirection back the other way. So 4th and 13 for the Lynx. So going ahead and taking the penalty paid off for West Texas, as it looks like the Lynx will be punting. David Jackson back to punt. There's the snap. And the boot. It's going to be caught at the 25-yard line. Avoids a couple of Lynx defenders. Up along the sideline, still on his feet past the midfield stripe. And finally brought down near the Lynx 45-yard line. 30-yard return on the play. We'll make that about a 28-yard return, as they're going to mark that about the 47-yard line of the Lynx. So West Texas takes over 1st and 10 with 2:31 still left to play in the first quarter. Shotgun formation again, running back in motion to the right. And we've got a flag on the field. Looks like another false start penalty. It is the 4th of the game on West Texas. So that'll make it 1st and 15. And they'll move back into West Texas territory at the 48-yard line. So 2 splits to each side, a back to quarterback's right. They'll look to the sideline for the play call. There's a snap, drops back to pass. Got plenty of time. He's in trouble, escapes. Out to his right, throws it out to his running back. He's up to the 50. Balls forward inside the Lynx 45-yard line to about the 43-yard line. David Jackson, as well as Oscar Bajaras on the tackle. So 2nd down, about 7 yards to go for the Comanches. There's a snap, drops back to pass again, lets it go. He's got a man open. That's going to be enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for West Texas at the 35-yard line. Handoff, fakes it, quarterback keeps it to the left. He's inside the 15, inside the 5. And touchdown, Comanches. Quarterback fooled them all on that one, as that's his first carry of the game. They've done that read option several times, handed it off every time, and got the Lynx defense to go with the running back and had wide open space all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. 35-yard carry. Comanches will line up. Looks like they're going to kick the extra point. Snap, hold, and they'll fake it. Statue of Liberty play. And he's in for the 2-point conversion. So with 1:31 left to play in the first quarter, we're tied up at 8 apiece. Comanches set to kick off. Back deep for the Lynx, number 2, Reed Harrell, and also number 4, David Jackson. There's the kick. Little bounce loose, picked up the 20-yard line. And he's not going to get much more than that. That was picked up by Salinas. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Lynx. Lynx at the line. Quarterback hands it off. Running back slung to the ground. That was Harrell. Kind of another misdirection play as everybody headed down to the right side and Harrell back to the left. Did not fool the Comanche defensive line. About a 1-yard gain on the play, so 2nd and 9. They'll move the overload to the left side of the formation. Ball bobbled, it's on the ground. And all Jackson could do was really fall on it. So a loss of a couple of yards on the play. Back to the 35-yard line. So that's going to make it 3rd down and about 11 yards to go. And we've reached the end of the first quarter, and we're all tied up. It's Spearman 8, West Texas 8. So the Lynx at the line, 3rd and 11 as we start this second quarter. There's a snap. Handoff. He's going to be dropped there at the line of scrimmage. David Jackson on the carry, but for no gain. So it's going to be 4th and 11. Ball right on the 25-yard line, so the Lynx are going to have to punt. Last time they punted, West Texas got a great return on the play. They'll line up in the spread formation. It is David Jackson back to punt. Moves to his right, makes the catch, gets the kickoff. It's going to hit at about the midfield stripe and rolls into West Texas territory. And they'll call it dead there at the 44-yard line. So West Texas will take over 1st and 10 with 11:11 left to play in this first half. All tied up at 8 apiece. They actually move the ball where it's just shy of the 45-yard line. Two splits to each side. They'll hand it off up the middle, cuts out to the right. He's going to be pushed back by several Lynx defenders. Mylan Salinas leading the way. So 2nd down and 5 for the Comanches. Here's a snap. He'll drop back to pass. Lets it go. Had a receiver open for a wide receiver screen, but he dropped it. That's going to make it 3rd down and 5. Blockers were set up on that play well. That could have been a big gainer, but just dropped it right there in his hands. Here's a snap. Handoff right up the middle past the 50-yard line. Up near the 1st down marker. Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard, maybe 1.5 yards short. It's 4th down. West Texas quickly to the line. Same formation. They'll try to draw off the Lynx. And we've got a timeout, Spearman. With 10:22 left to play in the half, we're tied up at 8 apiece. Back on the field, 4th down, 1 yard to go for the Comanches. There's a snap, handoff right up the middle. He's got the first down and much more. Breaks through the tackle, and a touchdown saving tackle made by Reed Harrell, but not until the Comanche running back reaches the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from there for West Texas. And as the chain gang rushes up to get set, the Comanches are simply waiting for them to set. There's a snap, handoff again up the middle, and a flag on the play. It's going to be their 5th false start penalty of the game, so it's still going to be 1st down, but it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line. Ten minutes still to play in this first half. Tied up at 8 apiece. Lynx struck first, but the Comanches answered. There's a snap. Fakes a handoff. Looks to the short pass. Now he wants to go deep. Man covered, and he's going to be sacked. Number 64, Alex Rosales on the tackle. Several other Lynx there as well pressured him. Rosales, the one to bring him down for the loss. So 2nd down and 19 to go. He'll drop back to pass. He lets it go over the middle. And another drop right off the hands of his tight end, who was near the 15-yard line when he caught that. When he had a chance to catch it, I should say. That's going to make it 3rd and 19. So spread formation again. 2 splits to each side. There's a fake the handoff. Quick throw to the outside receiver along the boundary. He's going to be brought down well short of the first down. Jackson and also Shields over there for the tackle. So it'll be 4th down, about 8 yards to go. And there's a snap, draws back to pass. Can't find anybody open. Still escapes one tackler. Lets it go into the end zone, and it's dropped. That was almost intercepted by David Jackson. But the ball is now turned over on downs. So with 8:20 left to play in the first half, Spearman takes over, still tied 8-8. Lynx take the snap there, handoff up the middle. That was Reed Harrell on the carry. Stopped after just a short gain of about 3 or 4 yards. We'll call it 4, so 2nd down and 6 yards to go. I don't know if you could have 2 offenses in a game that are more opposite, as the Lynx line up in that single wing type offense where they're running the ball between the tackles quite a bit. Everybody in tight, whereas West Texas is shotgun formation with at least 4 wide receivers out wide, if not 5 sometimes. There's a snap. He's going to be stopped after about a yard gain up to the 24. That was Jackson on the carry again. He got up a little gimpy. Looks like he's kind of holding onto his arm or elbow there. Oh, 3rd and 5 for the Lynx. Also another difference, you've got the Lynx that huddle up. West Texas hurries to the line and tries to get plays off as quickly as possible. There's the snap. It's Jackson again out wide. He's got some running room and finally brought out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and 10. They'll mark him at about the 39-yard line. We do have an injury timeout on the field. 6:49 left to play in the first half. It's West Texas 8, Spearman 8. So 1st and 10 again for the Lynx. There's a snap. It's going to be Jackson again. And he's going to be brought down after about a yard gain, so that'll make it 2nd down and 9. 6.5 minutes still left to play in this first half. Jackson has really carried the heavy load for the Lynx today. Also carries from Salinas and Harrell. Harrell probably the 2nd leading carrier. They'll split out 2 to the wide side of the formation this time. Quarterback drops back to pass, finds a man open, cuts under the defender, past the 50-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and 10 as Shields hooks up with a Harrell on that play. They'll bring the ball, mark the ball at the Comanche 47-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll move the overload from left to right. There's a snap, fakes the handoff back the other way. It's Jackson. He's going to be brought down just past the 45-yard line. So a gain of about 3 on the play. So 2nd down and 7 yards to go for the Lynx. They'll overload to the right this time and motion back to the left. Quarterback heads that way and falls forward to the 40-yard line. That was Caleb Lopez on the carry. That's going to make it 3rd down, about 3 yards to go for the Lynx. Just under 4.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Still tied up at 8 apiece. They'll overload to the right again. There's a snap, bobbled. Picks it up, though. Pushes forward inside the 40-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it about the 36. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. So at the line, makes that handoff back to the right. Inside the 30-yard line. Carried by Harrell. He'll pick up 6 on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. There's a snap, direct snap to Jackson. He's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Might have gained about a half a yard on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Clock rolls under 3 minutes to play in this first half. Overload formation to the right. They'll switch to the left. Quarterback will keep it straight up the middle. Falls forward to the 25-yard line. That was Shields on the carry. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 from ball marked right on the 25-yard line. Clock nearing the 2-minute mark now. Lynx may have to pick up the pace just a little bit. So direct snap to Jackson. He'll go to his left, up past the 25, but not very far. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Do have a flag on the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Spearman. And that could be the death of that drive. Just a costly penalty as the ball's moved all the way back, just barely inside the 40-yard line. They've got to get all the way to the 15 for a 1st down. So 2nd down and 25 yards to go. Minute 49 still left in the half. Tied up at 8 apiece. Lynx at the line. They'll overload to the right. Ball on the ground. And Shields is just going to have to fall on it. So it's going to be 4th down from the 45-yard line. Timeout quickly called by West Texas. So with 1:30 left to play in the half, it's Spearman 8, West Texas 8. Oh, out of the timeout. 3rd and 30 from the 45-yard line for the Lynx. There's a snap. Quarterback rolls out to his right, lets it go. It's caught after it's bobbled by Salinas, but for no gain at the 45-yard line. Another timeout quickly called by West Texas. 1:21 still on the clock as they're going to force the Lynx to punt. So Jackson back deep to punt. Lynx lined up in a spread punt formation. There's a snap. He'll move to his right. It's bobbled. Ball on the ground. He's just going to have to pick it up and run. And West Texas is going to take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line with about 1:20 left to play. Clock is still running for some reason as that's a change of possession, but they'll have to move the clock back. So 1st and 10, they've moved the clock back to 1:15. It should be about 1:20, so either way, that's what the time is set out. Drops back to pass, finds a man open right through his hands. He was near the Lynx 40-yard line and wide open. Several drops have hurt the Comanches tonight. Second down and 10 from the 50-yard line. Shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, throws it out quickly to the outside receiver, and he's going to get out of bounds, and he's got a 1st down as he'll get up to about the 38-yard line. David Jackson on the tackle, but like I said, not till he got the first down. .107 on the clock. West Texas does have 2 timeouts left as well. There's a snap. He'll drop straight back to pass. Plenty of time. Lets it go. Inside receiver bobbled it. And they'll say it was intercepted. Reed Harrell on the interception. His pass hit the receiver right in the hands. Now the umpire is saying no. It hit the ground. It was incomplete. It did look like it was incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 10. There's a snap, fakes a handoff, looking to pass. Inside receiver catches it. He's got a first down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 24-yard line. Clock will stop with 53 seconds left as they reset the chains. Comanches will quickly get to the line as this is their normal mode of operation. Snap, fakes the handoff. Quarterback's trying to keep it to the right, busts through a tackle, and falls forward inside the 20-yard line. They'll call a timeout with 40 seconds left on the clock. West Texas 8, Spearman 8. So back out of the timeout. Comanches with 2 split to each side. 2nd down, 5 yards to go from the 19-yard line. There's a snap. He'll drop back to pass. Looks to his right. He's got a man open in the seam. Catches it near the goal line. Falls into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Comanches take advantage of a combination of a personal foul penalty that stopped the Lynx drive, and then also a bobbled punt snap that gave them the ball at the 50-yard line. They'll line up to kick the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, and so is the kick. No, the kick is no good, actually. So with 32 seconds left in the half, West Texas takes their first lead of the game, 14-8 over the Spearman Lynx. So back deep to receive the kick for the Lynx, number 2, Reed Harold, and number 4, David Jackson. Comanches break the huddle. They'll spread out for the kickoff. Just 32 seconds left in the half. Probably a squib kick coming here. Try to avoid giving the Lynx an opportunity at a big return. Ball picked up by one of the up minis up to the 30, the 35, the 40-yard line. And that's where he'll be tackled. That was brought back by Mylan Salinas. He'll mark him at the 41-yard line. So that's where the Lynx will take over. 27 seconds left in the half. So at the line, direct snap, hand off to Harrell. And he's going to be brought down after just a few yard gain up to the 44-yard line. Looks like the Lynx will maybe get off one play if that. They'll hurry to the line. 10 seconds on the clock. There's a snap. Jackson will carry it to the right up to the 45, the 50. Short of the first down, they'll call a timeout. Let's see if they'll put 1 second back on the clock or not. So 1 second left in the half. 3rd and 1 from the 50-yard line. Overload to the right. There's a snap. Ball on the ground. Reese tries to avoid the tackler, but he's going to be sacked for a big loss. And that is the half. The West Texas Comanches with a late touchdown take a lead over the Spearman Lynx, 14-8. And we are ready for the second half kickoff. Comanches will be kicking off to the Lynx. Back deep once again, number 2, Reed Harrell, and number 4, David Jackson. There's the kickoff. It's caught it inside the 15, fakes a reverse, keeps it up to the 25, and Jackson's going to be brought down there at about the 27. So 1st and 10 for the Lynx, trailing by 6 points. So the Lynx will come out. 2 receivers stacked to the right. Quick throw outside. He's going to be dropped for a loss at about the 23-yard line. So a loss of about 4 on the play. So 2nd down and 14 for the Lynx. Back to their more traditional overload set. They'll switch over to the wide side of the field. Quarterback hands back to the boundary side, up past the 30-yard line. That's Harrell on the carry. Brought down at the 31. Oh, nice gain on that play. It'll make it 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. They'll overload to the wide side, now back to the boundary side. Quarterback looks to the sideline. Direct snap to Jackson, straight up the middle. Short gain up to about the 33-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and about 4 yards to go. So the Lynx will line up in punt formation. David Jackson back deep to punt. Reese Shields, the quarterback. Oh, and they tried the fake, and it did not go anywhere as he is dropped in the backfield back at the 26-yard line. And West Texas takes over in prime scoring position at the Lynx 26-yard line with 9:46 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Punting game has definitely been a liability for the Lynx tonight, as they've dropped a snap that gave the ball to West Texas at the 50-yard line and allowed them to score a touchdown before the half. And also a big punt return by the Comanches set them up for their first score. So Comanches come out, 2 split to the wide side, 1 to the boundary, a back to each side of their quarterback. There's a snap, looks to the boundary side, through the hands of his receiver again. Eric Corral may have gotten a hand on that one. It was 2nd down and 10. Two splits to each side this time. A back to the quarterback's left. Drops back to pass. He's under pressure. It's a screen pass. Dropped, and it was well covered anyway. Arajas there was there to make the tackle even if it would have been caught. So 3rd down and 10 now. Trips formation to the right. One split to the boundary side. And get the call from the sideline. There's a snap. Drops back. He'll roll a little bit to his right. Plenty of time. Just a 3-man rush. Stays in the backfield. Then he finally steps forward and steps out of bounds after a short gain, maybe 5 yards on the play. Looks like they'll mark him after just a yard gain at the 25-yard line. So 4th and 9. Of course, the Comanches will line up to go for it. But this would be just a fantastic stop for the Spearman defense after giving up the ball at the 26-yard line. Drops back to pass, lets one go. He's got a man open, and it's caught at the 5-yard line. Harrell and Jackson there to make the tackle, but not until the Comanches are set up in a 1st and goal situation at the 5-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Tries to bull his way forward. Maybe made it to the 4-yard line. Looks like that's where they'll mark him down. So 2nd and goal from there. 9 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. West Texas trying to build on their 14-8 lead. Two backs to the right of the quarterback, man in motion, jet sweep, but he dropped it. And Spearman recovers it. Number 3, Eric Corral with the fumble recovery. So the Lynx come away with a stop, and they'll take over 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line with 8:36 left to play in the 3rd quarter. And boy, did the Lynx defense dodge a bullet there. Lynx will overload to the right. Jackson hands it back the other way. Salinas is going to be brought down after about a 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. So 2nd and 7 as the ball is marked at the 15-yard line. Offense will rotate to the overload to the right side. Jackson will take the direct snap to the 15 up to about the 16, and he's going to be tackled by a host of Comanche tacklers, about 4 or 5 guys there to make the tackle. Looks like they'll mark it about the 17. So we'll call it 3rd and about 4 yards to go. Been feast or famine for the Lynx. A lot of very short gains, 2 and 3 yards. They've been able to bust 2 or 3 plays. Busted 2 big plays on their scoring drive that gave them an 8-0 early lead. Jackson with the direct snap up past the 20-yard line, and he's got enough for the 1st down as they'll mark him down at the 23. So 1st and 10 for the Lynx. They'll stack 3 receivers to the right of the formation. Middle one goes in motion behind the quarterback. Throw back out to the right. It's a double pass. He's got a man wide open. It's caught at the 45. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he's going to be pushed down at the 5-yard line. Ezekiel Munoz with the catch. The pass by Reed Harrell. So the double pass that they tried in the first half, that was dropped. They try again, and it goes for a big gainer and sets up the Lynx with a 1st and goal situation. We've got a timeout on the field. 6:38 left to play in the 3rd quarter. It's Spearman 8, West Texas 14, but the Lynx are challenging. So 1st and goal for the Lynx at the 5-yard line. Snap to Reese, hands it off right up the middle, and it's a touchdown. Reed Harrell with the 5-yard touchdown run. Counter play back to the left, cut it inside for the touchdown. It didn't look like he was even touched on that one. So we're knotted up at 14 apiece. Lynx break the huddle. They'll go for 2. Overload to the right side. Hand off to Jackson. He's going to look to throw. Has to avoid the tackler. Lets it go into the corner. It's caught. Number 11, Renee Soto with the catch on the pass from Jackson. So with 6:35 left to play in the 3rd quarter, the Lynx regain the lead 16-14 over the West Texas Comanches. The Lynx lined up to kick off. Reese Shields will handle the kicking duties once again. Ball badly missed on the kick. Tried a little trickery. Angel Ortiz missed the kick. The ball actually went back 1 yard. So West Texas will take over 1st and 10 at the Lynx 39-yard line. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Just kind of whiffed, just barely got a piece of the ball. So West Texas starts out in prime real estate again. There's a snap, fakes a handoff, quickly throws to his outside receiver, off his hands. 2nd down and 10. Had to dive for that one, but got his hands on it. Seen a lot of drops from the West Texas receivers tonight. It's cost them dearly at times. There's 2nd 10, drops back to pass, looks to the right again, has a crossing pattern that he catches. He gains about 8 on the play. Oh, that'll make it 3rd down and about 2 to go. The corners are kind of in an off coverage position, so could pick up the 1st down pretty easy. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeps it on the option. Reed, he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That was Munoz. And we've got a flag on the field. That's going to be some kind of personal foul as the referees come out there. Looks like it may be on West Texas. We'll have to see what the call is, though, as all of the referees were rushing out to make sure that that didn't continue, whatever happened. Dead ball, personal foul. And they'll say it's one on each team. So those individual players, of course, they get another one, they're going to be out of the game. So
unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lynx and the Comanches. Offsetting penalties brings up 4th down and 2 for the Comanches.
And that was a post-play penalty, so they do not replay the down. It'll be 4th down and 2 yards to go. Umpire explaining what happened to the West Texas coach. West Texas coach was right up in his belly, almost like you'd see in a Major League Baseball game when the manager comes out of the dugout pretty mad and gets right in the face of an umpire, but he didn't remain calm, it looked like. Just wasn't to make sure he heard the call right, I guess. So 4th and 2. 6:20 still to play in the third quarter. Lynx up by 2 points. Shotgun formation, a back to his right, 2 splits from each side. Handoff up the middle. He's going to be stopped short right at the 30-yard line. Number 64, Alex Rosales in there. Angel Ortiz as well, it looked like. Just a fantastic stop. West Texas has started 2 drives now in a row at the Lynx 39 and at their 25 and came away with 0 points. That may be the story of the game. 6:15 left to play, third quarter. Overload formation. They'll switch over to the boundary side. Direct snap to Jackson. Boy, he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Defensive end busted around the blocks and made the tackle in the backfield. Jackson fell forward to the line of scrimmage, gets up limping a little bit. That can't be good for Spearman, as he's been the main ball carrier for the Lynx tonight. Well, they'll move the overload from right to left this time to the up back there. Salinas on the carry. He'll get about 2 yards. Oh, 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the Lynx. Tried to catch the Comanches by surprise, as I think that's the first handoff of the night to the up back. Rosales has carried the ball, but don't think he's carried from that fullback position tonight. So he lines up right behind one of the guards on that play. Counter play, back to the right, up past the 35. That's Harrell on the carry, up to the 36. That's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 4. Punt team will come onto the field. Jackson back to punt again. Spread punt formation. High snap over his head. He's got to chase it down back at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be tackled at about the 15-yard line. So once again, the punting game of huge liability for the Spearman Lynx and sets up West Texas deep in Lynx territory. Once again, 4:15 left to play in the third quarter. It's Spearman 16, West Texas 14. Good Lord. I don't think I've ever seen a punt team this bad in my life. This is maybe the worst punt. That's just terrible. Make sure you cut that out.
Don't worry. Keep my collection here.
So West Texas at the line, 1st and 10 at the Lynx 15-yard line. 2 backs to the right of the formation. Quick throw out that way to one of his receivers, and he's going to be brought down. Great tackle there by Jackson right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Looks like they'll mark it even about a loss of about a yard, so we'll call it 2nd and 11. They'll overload the backfield to the right. 2 receivers to the right on the boundary side, 1 to the wide side. He'll come in motion back that way. Handoff to the running back on a counter play, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 20-yard line. They'll give him forward progress up to about the 18. Barajas the lead on that tackle, but just a whole bunch of links there to make that tackle. So 3rd down and 13, 2 splits to each side, a back to the right. He'll drop straight back to pass. He's looked to the seam route several times, covered well, still plenty of room. Trying to avoid the tackler. He's going to be brought down for a sack. Number 64, Alex Rosales, who made the big play the last time the Comanches had the ball when he stuffed them on 4th down. And it's going to be 4th and long for the Comanches, as they have gone nowhere but backwards in this 3rd quarter. 4th and 15 from the 22-yard line. Drops back to pass. Can't find anybody open. He'll roll out to his right. Has to avoid a tackler. Back to his left. Lets it go towards the corner of the end zone. He's got a man there. Didn't look like he had it in bounds, though. And they'll say it is a touchdown. Not sure on that one. But that's the call. And there's not going to be any instant replay either. So the Comanches reclaim the lead in this seesaw battle. Comanches will line up for 2 points. They're leading by 4 points, so trying to get that lead back up to 6 points. They'll line up trips formation to the left. Handoff. He'll run wide, cuts back inside, and gets into the end zone. So with 2:24 to play in the 3rd quarter, West Texas now leads Spearman 22-16. Once again, Reed Harrell and David Jackson back deep for the Lynx. There's the approach. Toe meets leather. It's going to be caught by Jackson just outside the 10. Hands it off on the reverse to Harrell. He's up past the 30, up past the 35, and finally brought down at the 40-yard line. That's where the Lynx will take over 1st and 10. There's a flag on the field. Did see a bolt of lightning there off in the distance. We'll have to see if we'll be able to finish this one without any kind of a delay. We'll see what the call is here as they place the ball on the 41-yard line. We've had some personal foul penalties on both sides tonight. As tempers have flared. Things have gotten chippy a couple of times. Umpire steps away. He'll make the call. Dead ball, personal foul on West Texas and on the Lynx. So once again, offsetting penalties. So it will be 1st and 10 there. And they do pick up the ball. They will mark it. Well, we'll see where they'll mark it. And they do place it back again at the 41-yard line. So all that, and they put it right back where it was.
After offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, be 1st down and 10 for the Lynx.
Lynx will come to the line. Overload to the right. Ball on the ground. Handoff back the other way. On the counter play. Maybe made a couple of yards on the play. Salinas on the carry. And another flag. We're going to have another personal foul penalty. The referees are going to get tired of this, and they're going to toss somebody pretty soon if this just keeps on continuing. They'll see if they do the offsetting thing again, and I don't think it's going to continue until somebody finally gets punished for it. If you just get offsetting penalties and everybody gets to keep playing, they're just going to continue. Dead ball, personal foul on West Texas. That's going to give a first down to the Lynx as they'll move the ball into West Texas territory. And the ball will be spotted at the West Texas 44-yard line. Just under 2 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Overload to the right. Jackson will step out to the left. Drop back to pass. He's going to be dropped for a sack. Back in Lynx territory at the 45-yard line. Shields took that snap, and the defensive end was not blocked, and he just fired in there. That's also the West Texas starting quarterback who was in on that sack. Just completely unblocked on that play. Second down, 19 yards to go as they'll mark the ball at the 48-yard line. Overload to the right. Direct snap to Jackson. They'll run to the right. He's going to dive forward to about the 50-yard line. Oh, that'll make it third down and about 16 yards to go. Final seconds of the third quarter running off, and a snap, but play is called dead. Timeout on the field. 10 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It's West Texas 22, Spearman 16. Oh, back at the line. 3rd and 16 at the 50-yard line. Little bit of a flea flicker. Ball is tossed back. Man is well covered. It's going to be intercepted at the 25, up to the 30. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. The Comanches will have it when we start the fourth quarter, leading 22-16 over the Lynx. So we're ready to start the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Comanches. Handoff up the middle. He's going to be stopped there at the line of scrimmage. Marajas, the first man there. They'll give him a gain of about a yard on the play, so 2nd down and 9. Several other Lynx were there as well. Munoz in on the tackle. There's a snap. Handoff up the middle again. Avoids a tackler for a loss, but he's going to be tackled. Number 88, Ethan Webb, was there in the backfield. Missed him on the tackle, but Munoz was there to clean up, as well as Milan Salinas. Still seeing some lightning off in the distance to the north. Doesn't look like it's close enough yet. Hopefully we'll be able to get this rest of this game in without any kind of a delay. Oh, 3rd and 8 yards to go. Drops back to pass. Lets it go in the seam route through the receiver's hands. Had it at the 45 of the Lynx and just right through his hands. That's going to make it 4th down. So punt formation. And there's movement on the line. They're going to move back 5 yards. Looked like they were trying to draw the defense off, and it didn't work. Well, that's probably going to force them to punt, even if they were thinking about a fake there, because that'll make it 4th and 13 yards from the 30-yard line. There's a snap and the kick. It's high and short. Not going to be any return as it goes out of bounds. And Spearman will take over in West Texas territory at the 49-yard line. 10:34 to play. Spearman trails West Texas 22-16. And here comes the rain. Man in motion. Handoff back on the counter, back the other way. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That was and the storm that we were promised is starting to hit. 10:29 still left to play in this one. Lightning not too close yet, so they'll continue to play. There's a direct snap right up the middle. Caleb Lopez on the carry. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, about 3rd and about 4 yards to go on the play. Counter play, back to the left. Falls forward to about the 41. That's Harrell on the carry. Well, it's going to be 4th down at about 2 yards to go. Nine and a half minutes left to play in this one. Oh, 4th and 2 from the 41-yard line. Big play here. 2 splits to the right. Direct snap to Jackson. He fights forward. Looks like he's going to be close. And he does. Second effort. Pushes ahead past the 35. Still on his feet. Still pushing forward. Just an incredible run there, as Jackson just continued to push. It looked like he was stopped short of the first down marker. And he made another 5, 6, 7 yards on that one, up to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lynx. Overload to the right. Ball dropped. Lopez had to just fall on that one. Back at the 36-yard line. That's going to cost them about 5 yards on that play. Second down and 15 to go. Overload to the right side of the formation. Direct snap to Jackson. He's going to look to throw. He's going to have to run, though. Cuts back. Still on his feet. Near the 20-yard line. He'll be brought down at about the 21. He's going to be near a first down. We'll have to see where they mark it. And it is a 1st and 10. They're at the 21. Jackson really a couple just fantastic runs on this drive. Overload to the left side this time. Ball is snapped. It's still on the ground. Picked up. Still dropping back. Gets around the right side. But he's going to be dropped back outside of the 35-yard line. Plus there's flags on the field. This is in the area of holding or a block in the back on a busted play like that. We'll see what the call is. And Lightning is getting closer now. Referee still discussing what the call is. I can't. That's close. I'm surprised they haven't. They're trying to get it in. They're trying to get it in before they. You can't do that in a game this close. And that's going to be a mark off on the Comanches there. Personal foul penalty. Coach is all the way out at the hash mark trying to get an explanation. And that's going to make it first down for the Lynx. 1st and 10. 23-yard line. Lynx trying to tie it with a touchdown. An extra point or 2-point conversion would give them the lead. Drops back to pass, rolls out to his left. He'll have to scramble back to his right. And he's going to be dropped for a sack. Flag thrown. This might be an intentional grounding call. We'll have to wait and see what the call is. .6:38 to play in this one. Comanches lead the Lynx 22-16. Lynx driving. Block in the back. They'll decline that penalty, and they'll take the sack all the way back at the 36-yard line. This has been one wild drive. Second down, 23 yards to go. They'll shift to an overload to the left. Jackson will take it on a direct snap there. He's going to be brought down, and we've got another flag on the field. So he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. And Jackson is on the field hurt. So we'll take an injury timeout with 6:29 to play. It's West Texas 22, Spearman 16. So there were offsetting penalties on the play, so they'll replay second down, which is definitely a bonus for the Lynx. That play didn't go anywhere for them. second down, ball at the 36, ball on the ground. It's grabbed to the left, up to the 30-yard line, 25. Falls forward to about the 23-yard line. Ball on the ground. And we have another penalty marker. That was Caleb Lopez again on the carry. Referees are having to discuss something after just about every play. Mark the ball at the 25, and that's where they'll mark off the penalty. Back just past the 35 at the 36-yard line. Block in the back. Second and 26 from the 36. There's a snap almost on the ground. Looking to throw over the middle. Hits his man Harrell inside the 25. And that lightning strike was way too close. I'm really surprised that this game is continuing on in this weather. Great pass there by Shields, hitting Harrell on the crossing pattern. Harrell looked a little shook up on the play. He'll have to leave the game. So third and about 12 to go. So Lynx at the line, overload to the right side. Quarterback will roll back, looks back over to the left. He's got a man down there, and he kind of stumbled. That was number 3, Eric Corral there. Kind of stumbled, or he might have been right under that one for a touchdown. So 4th down and 12 yards to go. Ball at the 24-yard line. Lightning strikes continuing off to the west. Little too close for comfort. Maybe it's how high we are in the press box that's causing it. We've got a timeout on the field. 5:26 left to play. It's West Texas 22, Spearman 16. So out of the timeout, 4th and 12 from the 24-yard line for the Lynx. He'll drop back to pass. Still plenty of time. Lets it go. Throws it into coverage, and it's knocked down as he tried to hit Munoz, and it falls incomplete. So West Texas will take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line with 5:19 left to play. Lynx still with 2 timeouts, so plenty of time to get a stop and have another offensive opportunity. I always have to look. Called his name about 100 times and I just can't remember it. So 2 splits to each side, a back to his right. He'll let a pass go off the hands of his receiver. Oh, incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Comanches. And the snap goes past the quarterback, lands inside the 10. He's at the 5, gets a pass off, has a man open. It's caught at the 35-yard line. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be enough for a first down as they mark it at the 36, as West Texas almost had a completely disastrous play as the snap went all the way back inside the 10. West Texas quarterback picks it up, continues to roll to his right, launches a pass forward, and the Comanches have a first down. Clock under 5 minutes to play now. Here's a snap, handoff to the wide side of the field, still outside of Munoz's tackle, steps out of bounds. They'll mark him out at about the 43-yard line. A gain of about 6 on the play. We'll call it second down and 4 to go. Lynx badly in need of a stop here. And we've got a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on the Comanches. So instead of 2nd and 4, you're looking at 2nd and 9. Two splits to each side. Running back to the right of the quarterback. And another drop snap. Back to the 20-yard line. He'll have to avoid the defenders. Is able to escape. He's up to the 30, the 35, the 40. And finally brought down at the 45-yard line. And two bad snaps. Great opportunities for the Lynx. Have both turned into big plays for the Comanches. That's going to make it third down and a long 2. Four minutes left to play. Comanches lead the Lynx by 6 points. There's a snap. Quarterback drops back to pass. He'll roll out to his right, being chased. Avoids 2 tacklers. Still on his feet. Past the 50-yard line. And he's finally going to be tripped up in Lynx territory. Munoz with the tackle. Lynx defense is looking a little gassed at this point. That's going to be a first down for the Comanches. 3.5 minutes left to play. Time running out and opportunities running out for Spearman. And we've got a timeout on the field. 2:56 left to play. It's West Texas 22, Spearman 16. So out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for West Texas at the Spearman 46-yard line. 2 splits to the left of the formation. Receiver to the right. They had 2 men in motion. That play is going to be called back. He's tackled after just a short gain, but that play is coming back as they had 2 men in motion at the same time. They'll say it's an illegal shift, so it'll be 1st and 15 when they mark this one off. The ball will be placed barely on the West Texas side of the 50-yard line stripe. In fact, front part of the ball is right on it. 2:50 still to play. Spearman trails by 6. Trips to the left. Hand off to the running back that way. Munoz busts through, can't make the tackle. And he's knocked out of bounds. Reed Harrell on the tackle. As that was actually Eric Corral on the tackle. So second down, 6 yards to go. Lynx did knock him out of bounds. That at least stops the clock with 2:42 left to play. They've still got 2 timeouts to use. Running back in motion to the right, handoff up the middle. And he's going to have enough for a first down as he falls forward inside the 35-yard line. That's a huge play for the Comanches, as they'll be able to run a lot of the clock down now. As the clock is running now under 2.5 minutes to play. The Spearmen will be forced to use their timeouts here on the next couple of plays. Two split to the right, one to the left. Running back will step out there. Handoff up the middle. Going to be stopped after just a short gain. Number 64, Alex Rosales. And number 60, Oscar Bajaras on the tackle. Second down, 8 yards to go. West Texas letting as much clock run as possible. Clock now at 1:30 to play. It's do or die here for the Lynx. And we've got a flag on the field. And it is a delay of game penalty. So that'll stop the clock with 1:18 to play. Ball marked back to the 37-yard line. One of the play clocks is not on. The other one hasn't been running all night. So I don't know how they're judging that, whether the referee's letting them know at a certain point. Quarterback will keep it. Lets it go on a pass. That's going to fall incomplete and stop the clock again. So 3rd and 13. I'm sure West Texas will run the ball here and try to at least force the Lynx to use one of their 2 timeouts that are remaining. The inside handoff has worked well from this and well for them in this 4th quarter. We could see the read option. A quarterback may try to keep it on this one, see if they can pull the defenders to the running back. There's a snap. He'll drop back to pass. It's a screen. It's caught. And Munoz is there to bring him down right away. And a timeout on the field. It's going to be 4th and about 12 yards to go with 1:07 left to play. It's West Texas 22, Spearman 16. So out of the timeout, 4th and 12, trips formation to the right. There's the snap. He'll drop back to pass. Has to scramble out to his left, able to avoid the defenders. He'll scramble back to the right, using as much time, lets a pass go, and it's incomplete. So the Lynx will have one more opportunity. 55 seconds left. They have 1 timeout. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. don't want to call the rescue call. So the Lynx come to the line. They'll have two splits to the left of the formation. Two running backs to the left as well. There's a snap. Ball on the ground. Gets it picked up. He'll have to avoid the tackler. Gets off a pass. He did have a receiver in the area. He had Salinas in the area, but just fumbled snap problems all night as the snaps have been on the ground multiple times. Sometimes the center's fault. Sometimes it's just been dropped by Shields. So 2nd down and 10. 52 seconds left to play. Overload to the left. Handoff back to the right. Dropped it. Ball on the ground. That was Corral on the carry. Clock running. And West Texas comes up with the fumbled ball. We'll have to wait and see what's going on. No, they'll say it is still Spearman ball. Clock is running. 30 seconds left to play. Lynx quickly to the line. They'll overload to the right. Snap on the ground again. Picks it up. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds for a loss. No, they'll say he's still in bounds. Clock still running. And no, now they'll say it stopped with 11 seconds left. It's 3rd down and about 13 yards to go as the ball is marked back at the 33-yard line. Caleb Lopez there rolled out. Wanted to throw, it looked like. Didn't have anybody open and was knocked out of bounds for the loss. I'm not sure what to say. The scoreboard says 2nd down. The field marker says 4th down. We've got a timeout on the field with 11 seconds left to play. West Texas 22, Spearman 16. So last opportunity for the Lynx. Lets it go on the short pass. Hook and lateral, tries to pitch it. It's caught, but he'll be tackled just past the 40-yard line. Three seconds on the clock. And the clock is stopped. Looks like there's a timeout on the field. Tried the old hook and lateral play. Got him a couple yards. And the clock did stop because it was a change of possession as he came up just short of the 1st down. Comanches take over. They'll take a knee, I'm sure, on the play with 3 seconds left and come away with the victory. So a shotgun formation with the back to each side and one behind him deep for the safety position. And he'll take the knee. And the West Texas Comanches come away with a 22-16 victory over the Spearman Lynx in a wild one. We thank you for joining us on PTCI Channel 2. and hope you'll join us again next week for more coverage of high school football in the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle. Good night from Lynx Field in Spearman, Texas.